Hey everybody, today is September the 4th, 2023. I'm Gene, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Hanging with Uncle. Let me first start out shouting out happy birthday to my brother. Happy birthday, Carl. Love you, man. And before we get started, please hit that subscribe button. We're really trying to grow our channel. And hit that like button, that thumbs up. It really helps spread the word about the channel and what we're doing out here. And that bell on the far right, that notification bell, click that bell so you can be notified whenever we put new content out there or go live. So having said that, let's jump into it. Have a kind of a short show today. You know, again, it's Monday. I enjoyed my Labor Day today. My son is out here visiting me still, and we went to the Diamondbacks game this afternoon. Enjoyed a really good day at the park. Just good to get out. You know, the dome was closed, so we beat the heat. It wasn't unbearable sitting at the ballpark. Didn't have to fight the sun in the eyes or anything like that. It was just a really nice day, very pleasant, not a lot of angry, loud people. The traffic was in and out was going, so it was just a really great day. Very pleased for that, very thankful, counting my blessings, and thank you for that. I had a great time. But what I wanted to talk about today is something that I think is really important, and it's about cannabis legalization. Now, I'm not going to say it's on the way to being legalized, but the Department of Health and Human Services has made a recommendation to the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, that cannabis be moved from a Schedule I controlled substance to Schedule III. And that does a lot of things. It loosens up a lot of areas for research and development. It will no longer be Schedule I, so it will be classified with heroin and cocaine and other severely addictive and harmful, deadly, actual drugs. It won't legalize it. It won't take it off the banking restriction list. But moving it to Schedule III does open it up for study to see about any possible harmful effects, side effects, long-term effects. Are there any benefits to it? Research and development. Let's stop being reefer madness and put actual science to this, because the nonsense about how marijuana is a gateway drug is just stupid. Okay, I was in law enforcement most of my life. I retired. Can't take blood thinners. So for my aches when arthritis starts acting up, cannabis really helps with my arthritis pain. So there's benefits to that. Look at glaucoma patients and glaucoma is basically, I hate to, be so narrow-minded in this description, but it's kind of like high blood pressure for the eyes. So glaucoma patients are use marijuana and use drops to relieve the pressure in their eyes because it affects your peripheral vision. You can't cure it, but you can treat it. And my father was diagnosed with it and lived with it for almost 40 years, although it finally, got him. He was totally blind by the time he finally passed away. But, if you treat it right, you catch it early and you treat it right, it is something that you can manage, And I like this because maybe it's an election year, I don't care, but at least somebody is doing it. The reason that the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, is making this request to the DEA is at the request of President Biden. He made a campaign promise to take marijuana off Schedule 1, legalize it, and it's only taken 3 years, but here we go. Thanks, Joe. But anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad to see finally that we are moving in this direction, in the right direction, and now we can use science to determine the effects of cannabis, positive and negative. It's not for everyone. Some people it makes paranoid. Some people it's, just like drinking water. It's the right thing for them, like it does for me. So let's not approach this with a one-size-fits-all, because that's just ignorant. And I use science. I'm just glad to see we're finally moving forward and progressing in this area. And go Joe. Let's take this off Schedule 1, move it to Schedule 3, and then let science do the work, I'm for that. I'm a very accepting person when it comes to the science, so just let the scientists do their job. All I can say is, if you need anybody for, clinical studies, right here. You can also, because it's not just smoking. There are edibles. You can take edibles and have the same effects without harming your lungs. So there are many different avenues to test this and see what the pros and cons are and where we go forward with here on this topic. All I can say is I'm glad to see it going forward. Thank you, President Biden. And since you're running unopposed, at least on the Democratic ticket, with all the nut jobs running on the right side, like from Cadet Bone Spurs to Ron DeSatan, a step like this definitely solidifies my vote for you, President Biden. So that's all I have to say today. Look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. All right, so be safe out there. Be nice to everyone. Be kind and realize we're all in this together. It is not every man for himself. All right, put yourself in the shoes of somebody else, and then make your decision instead of just being so judgmental, like half the country has been with the cannabis issue. Be open-minded. Anyway, I'll be quiet now. Be safe, be kind, and I'll see you guys.